The 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens was one of the greatest natural disasters our nation's ever seen. It was about $2.75 billion in damage. But that's just a mere fraction of what would happen if the supervolcano located beneath Yellowstone National Park erupted. Just a little comparison, about 2.3 cubic kilometers of ash was thrown in the air at Mount St. Helens. If Yellowstone erupted, it'd be at least 1,000 cubic kilometers. So a much greater level of destruction would occur. It's a real threat. Is it likely that it happens in our lifetime? No. But today I'm going to talk about what would happen if it did erupt, how this would affect us nationally and globally, and how to survive if something like this does occur. So when the volcano erupts, you have several small earthquakes first. So it's not just going to erupt out of nowhere and then it just blows up and we don't know it. We're going to see it coming if this ever does happen. So you have several small earthquakes, and then eventually you'll have a big one which will cause the whole volcano to erupt. And magma, flowing lava will be thrown up to 50 miles, and you get ash. I mean, it can be as far as 600 miles. And here in this picture here, it shows all the ash getting into the air. And you probably can't read it that well, but you have winds up at the top, blowing that ash around, gets into the clouds in the atmosphere, rains down on us, and just becomes almost like snow or acid rain, just not quite as jolly as snow. In about 600,000 years ago, Yellowstone erupted, and in the bedrock they found evidence of ash from that eruption, and that's what this reddish colored area is. And you can see it gets all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, easily reaching us here in Lubbock. So they don't project it'll erupt in 2021, don't worry about that. But they say if it did, this is kind of what would happen. Within about that darkest red zone, it's total destruction. It's about a 150-mile radius. Everything would be wiped out from the lava flow. It would just cover everything. Then you get to about 300 miles where you need to evacuate. If you tried to stay, you wouldn't be able to stay long. You wouldn't be able to live. Then you get to about 550 miles out, which would reach us, which you could live there, but it'd be sort of tough. You have to have respirators because so much ash in the air. I mean, it could get up to 6 feet deep, or 6 to 10 feet deep, which is quite a bit of ash. This is what a wall of ash coming at you would look like. This is a volcano eruption from the Philippines. You see in the bottom corner there, but it says the Philippines' most committed newspaper, which I could agree with that because this guy just stood here, took it. So that's what it could look like, even up to as far as 300 miles out easily. This is a picture from the 1980 St. Helens eruption. After all the ash settled, it's a 1980 sedan, not very big, maybe 4.5 feet tall, and there's ash halfway up it. So yeah, it's probably only 3 feet at the most of ash, and here in Texas we could get up to 10 feet. So it could be extremely catastrophic. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about what to do if this does erupt. Okay? What to do is just basic, natural disaster. Stock up on food, non-perishable, of course, water, have radio, batteries, flashlights, all these things that you would need just to keep in contact and stay alive if you had to stay inside, because that's key also. You need to stay inside. You need to also get to higher ground, and that's not, as you see on the left here, a wooden house on wooden steel. This does not count as higher ground when liquid fire is coming at you. Something that won't catch on fire is probably something that counts as higher ground, like a hill, or something that is not flammable. Also, if you're as far out as we are, you need respirator masks because, like I said, there's going to be lots of ash. It's going to be difficult to breathe. It's pretty tough to survive without one. So again, today we talked about what would happen if the volcano went off, how it would affect us here throughout here in Lubbock, and what to do if this actually does happen, how to survive. So today I'm just going to leave you with, if this ever does happen and you don't follow these simple steps, you probably will die.